the Honorable Chief Minister of Meghalaya, Dr. Mukul Sangmaji, the Managing Editor of the Shillong Times, Mr. Manish Tewari, the Editor of the Shillong Times, Ms. Patricia Mukim, Mrs. Chowdhury, very distinguished dignitaries present in this room, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I think I owe an apology to the editor of the Shillong Times and their entire editorial and journalistic staff for having possibly acted difficult and rescheduled this program a couple of times. But be that as it may, possibly ministers for information broadcasting who lived in saner times and not in a 24-hour news cycle were able to structure their days better. Unfortunately, chaos and anarchy in terms of scheduling is what seems to be ruling the roost insofar as our ability to be able to schedule things and stick to them is concerned. But nonetheless, it gives me great pleasure to be here this evening on the 69th anniversary of the Shillong Times, which has served as an important voice of the people of Meghalaya and the Northeast. Since its establishment in 1945, as Mr. Manish Tewari just led us through its epoch-making journey, it has remained steadfast in its commitment to hold aloft the ideals of journalism, weathering periods of difficulties ranging from, as Mr. Chowdhury described, political to financial. The Shillong Times has contributed greatly to the rich tradition of journalism in Meghalaya. The process that commenced with the establishment of the Khasi Press in Shillong in 1896 by U. Babu Jeeban Roy Merriam has been successfully nurtured by a galaxy of great literary and journalistic personalities of Meghalaya, such as Hormambi Dingdo of U Khasi Mahanta, the Khasi Today, Sipcharan Roy of the Sentinel, S.R. Manners, and Siang Blai of the Jaintia. It is no mean achievement today to practice journalism that transcends the limits of business and considers itself to be called dedicated to public service and commitment to uphold truth and justice. I salute the spirit and sincerely wish that the successive generation of journalists continue to have a deep and abiding faith in the core values of journalism, that is independence, fearlessness, truth and objectivity, fairness and balance in reporting, and so on. We also know how the newspaper U Nong Pira had challenged the British account of the highly inflated number of deaths of German soldiers during the First World War, for which it was blacklisted, but U. Sipcharan Roy remained unfazed. He continued his work with another publication. His participation in the historic Lahore Congress in 1929 is a glorious reminder of the role played by journalists of this region in the freedom movement of India. Historically, the newspapers in Meghalaya have played a significant role in promoting social reform, national unity, and in a broad sense in educating the public and making them better informed. However, there have been epochal changes in the world in media, and the media has also undergone huge changes. New opportunities have been opened up to the media with higher literacy rates, improved education of people, better economic conditions, opening new avenues for business and marketing, and revolutionary changes in the field of technology in the information technology sector. While I have a written speech which we would circulate and we would take it as read, since we had a very invigorating discussion on the role of the media as a conscience keeper. I thought I'll possibly reflect on that. Maybe it'll be a little more interesting than the mundane speeches which bureaucrats write and ministers have to read. So I think fundamentally, if you look at it on a certain balance, the media in India, through its rather long journey, which goes back to almost the days of the First War of Independence or even before that, has acquitted itself with honor. I don't think if one takes a long view of history, the media really can be faulted, much like or much less than any other institution of the Indian state for not having lived up to its historic responsibility. But as we stand on the cusp of the second decade of the 21st century, I think there are extremely serious challenges which confront the media today.